In this lecture, we will try to understand what is parameter pollution and how it can be used to bring an application down. And then we will learn what is the solution we can use to avoid parameter pollution. So in simple words, parameter pollution occurs when the same parameter appears multiple times in a request, like in the query string, in the form data, or in the request parameter. And the server-side framework or our server-side code, it is not capable of handling any duplicate parameters. Let's try to understand it with an example. So let's go to Postman, and here let me go ahead and let me open this get all hotels request. And here let's say I want to get all the hotels and I also want to sort them. So for that I'm going to use this sort and I want to sort them by ratings. Okay, and actually the field name is average rating. Let me send this request. And you'll see that in the response, we have received all the hotels. And if we check, you will notice that these hotels are actually sorted by average rating. So actually for now, all the hotels has the same average rating, which is 3 and which is the default value. Now, basically what I want to show here is if I try to use the same query string again, for example, here if I say and sort by average rating again, and if I send the request, this time we will get an error. So you will see that an internal server error has occurred. And this has occurred because this type of situation, our application is not capable of handling. And this is happening because if I go to the utilities folder and there if we go to features.js file, you will see that for sorting, we are actually expecting a string value. So in the request parameter, for this sort, we are expecting a string value. But in this case, since we have specified two sorts in the URL, it is going to return us an array. Okay, the first element of the array will be average rating, and the second element will also be average rating. Here I can also say sort by cheapest price. So in this case also, we are going to get this same error. Why? Because we have used this sort twice. So in this case, for the sort, we are going to receive an array, and in that array, the first element will be average rating and the second element will be cheapest price. But in our code, we are expecting this sort to be a string value, and on that string value, we want to use this split method. But the split method is a string value, but for this sort, we are receiving an array, and the split method cannot be used on an array. We are getting this error. So we are getting this error. And this is called as parameter pollution. And this technique can be used to bring down our application. Now, what is the solution here? The solution here is to prevent the parameter pollution. So what we can do is, if we have same query parameter twice, then what we can do is either we can take the value of the first query parameter. In this example, we can take average rating for sorting, or we can take the second value, the last value. So in this case, I can take cheapest price for sorting. So any one of these values can be selected. Okay, and in that way, it will only sort either by average rating or by cheapest price. Or we will have to modify our code in such a way that instead of expecting a string value for this sort query string, we can expect an array and we can use that array for sorting. But instead of changing my code, what I want is I want to prevent any parameter pollution which a user can intentionally do. And for that, I'm going to use a package. So let's go to VS Code. And again, I'll open VS Code built-in terminal. I'll close partial here. Let me clear the terminal. And here I'm going to use a package called HPP. So I'll say npm install HPP. HPP stands for HTTP parameter pollution. Let's press enter and let's wait for this package to be installed. All right, the package has been installed. Now let's go ahead and let's require that package. So in the app.js, at the top, let's create a variable. Let's call it HPP. You can name it anything. And let's go ahead and let's require the HPP package. And again, this HPP package, it is going to return us a function. That function will be assigned to this HPP. And now we are going to require that package. So here I'll say app.use. I mean, we are going to use that package. So the variable name is HPP. It is storing a function. Let's call that function. Okay, and this function, when it is called, it is going to return us a middleware which will avoid any parameter pollution. So what this middleware will do is it will only take the last value of the duplicate parameter. So in this example, we have specified this sort 2 times. First time we are specifying sort by average rating, and in the second time we are specifying sort by cheapest price. So in this case, since this one is the last occurrence of that parameter, that query string, it is going to take the last value of that query string. So now that package will make sure that no error is thrown and our application is still up and running, but it will sort the data by the last value of that duplicate query string. If I send the request here, we do not have any error, but this time the data will be sorted by cheapest price. So here you can see the data is now sorted by cheapest price. Here it is 170, then the next has 180, then the third hotel document has a cheapest price of 220. So it is sorted in ascending order by cheapest price. And in this way, we are preventing the parameter pollution. Now, in some cases, you might want to allow using the same query string twice or more than that. So for example, here let's say instead of sorting, I want to find all the hotels where, let's say, the cheapest price, it is equal to 170, and also, okay, it should be cheapest price. And also I want to find all the hotels where the cheapest price is equal to, let's say, 220. Okay, if I send the request, let's see what happens. So in this case, we have received how many documents? We have received one document, and in this document you will see that the cheapest price is 220. So it has taken this last value of this cheapest price. Here we have specified cheapest price twice, so it is taking the last value of this cheapest price query string. But let's say I want to whitelist this cheapest price. So basically I want to find all the hotels where the cheapest price is either 220 or 170. For that, using this HPP package, we can also whitelist some of the parameters. So for example, here we can use this whitelist property, and to this we need to assign an array, and in that array we can specify all the fields which we want to whitelist. So for which we want to allow the duplicate query parameters. So here I'm specifying only cheapest price. If I save the changes and if I go back to Postman, this time it should return us all the documents. So now you will see that the count is 2. So here we have a hotel document with the cheapest price as 170 and the cheapest price as 220. So that's what we have specified here. So when we whitelist a field, then that field can be used twice in the query string. But if we do not whitelist it, in that case, if we are using it more than once, then the last value of that query string will be taken. Here I have just whitelisted, you know, one field which is cheapest price, but if you want, you can whitelist more of those fields. But I'm not going to do that here. Okay. So this is how we can prevent parameter pollution in our Express app using this package, this HPP package. All right, now in this code, I also don't need this console.log statement, so I'm going to remove it from here. And what I also don't need is this middleware. So here using this middleware, we are logging when the request was made. So I'm going to remove this as well. Let's just test if everything is working or not. So if I send the request is sent and we are receiving the response, but this time, that date and time will not be logged. Okay. And we also have this Morgan and this logger middleware, which we are using here, but I don't want to use it here because it does not serve any purpose to me at this point. So I'll remove that. And here we are creating that logger middleware. So I will delete it from here. Okay, let's save the changes and let me test the API one more time. So everything should be working. So we are receiving this 200 OK response, and we have also received the hotel documents. All right, so this is all I wanted to cover in this lecture, and this is all about the API security. So in this section, we have learned what are the different types of attack a hacker can make on our application, and we've also seen the solution for some of those attacks. Now, this section is not complete yet. There are a few more things which I'm going to cover in this section. So there are a few more lectures which is going to come in this section. And after that, we will start working on creating the UI for our application. So we will start with server-side rendering using pug templates. And then we will also use our API, which we have created in this course from a React application. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.